Hey guys, I'm Leila. So really quick, we're going to be talking King Arthur Clan Wars. I have a guest with me, but also I want to share with you that on my Twitter, X, I know I forever call it Twitter, I currently have a giveaway going on. So make sure you head over there. I'll have a link down below. And what I'm doing is I have special summon pack codes to give away courtesy of King Arthur Legends Rise. Super easy to enter. Make sure you follow me and Play King Arthur on Twitter. Like and repost this tweet. Also comment your favorite King Arthur hero. The giveaway is going to end on February 16th. Then we give you guys these codes while Clan Wars is going on, so I'll have a link down below. And now let's get into the video. Hey guys, I'm Leila. Today we are King Arthur Legends Rise, and check it out, I am not alone. I got my BFF here. We got Deadwood Jedi. What's going on, man?
Not much, Layla. It's always a pleasure to be here. I love hanging out with you. So yeah, we're here to talk a little Clan Wars, talk a little King Arthur. I'm excited.
Yes. So guys, the reason why we got Deadwood here with me is because, all right, so for Clan Wars, hear me out. I made a clan. So you see, I'm lonely, 1 of 25. So if you're watching this, you would like to join my Fox Kingdom clan. Look, he's laughing at me. Please feel free to. And yeah, so I should have codes for you as well to hopefully get you some goodies. But there's plenty of room to join if you would like to. And we got Deadwood with us today because he actually has been able to do Clan Wars. I can't yet because I'm solo in this. As you'll see when we go back, it says you need at least 12. Yeah, you need 12 more. So clearly I'm unable to do this yet, but Deadwood has.
I have. It was fun. It's interesting. Yeah. And I think if you're coming from Raid, it's a lot like Siege, basically, where you're doing a lot of, everybody's setting up a defense and everybody's trying to attack those defenses.
Okay.
But it's an enjoyable experience. It's definitely, I think it's got a lot of potential and can be a lot of fun, especially if you have an active clan. Some nice strategies in there.
Definitely. This should be good. And I do want to thank King Arthur Legends Rise for sponsoring this video. Also, guys, make sure you check out Deadwood's channel. I will have a link down below because we're going to be doing a collab over on his channel as well, too, where we're going to be diving a bit more into Clan Wars because he is in a clan. He's been able to basically compete in it. So we'll get to actually check it out and see what it is. But with that being said, since I actually can't compete in it, what we are doing today is Deadwood's going to chat with me on who I got, like heroes I could be building that I could bring in when we're ready to go. So we should probably start with some Legos, you think, right? This is who I got so far. This is my roster. This is what we got.
Absolutely. I mean, first things first. If you're going to build anything for this, right? It's like any game, you got to use your strongest champions. Regardless of whether they're appropriate for the situation or not, you're going to just start off with your strongest champions. So we'll start off there. That said, you definitely have some quality champions here that I would be looking at. Now, I don't have all these champions, so some of them are just like, maybe they're good for that. I'm not quite sure. But all your legendaries are going to have some kind of advantage here, right? Like Claudus does some, basically turn meter, right? It's attack gauge decrease. She also has I think a confusion on that A3, so some CC abilities.
Right.
And it's always a little bit interesting with these champions because they have passives that do stuff like attack gauge increase or attack buff increase. So the more you rank them up is definitely going to have a big impact on that kind of thing too. But then on top of that, Morgan I know is great. Like I know she's great. I have her. Everyone says she's really good. She brings so much to the table as far as doing this stuff. A lot of it has to do with decreasing the target's attack gauge.
Right.
Can inflict sleep. Recovery disruption is a big one, so that you're you face a tanky team that can't heal up all the way. Plus she does good damage. She's definitely somebody that I would be looking at. And she's really strong at night. So if you have any champions that change the weather to night or the time of day to night, she's really, really good with that as a combination. So that's definitely somebody that is going to be worth building. She's a very strong arena champion as it is. So that's definitely someone you're going to look at.
I guess
Tristan's always good.
Nice. I guess what I want to point out here is I know you mentioned arena. So initially you had mentioned that Clan Wars is a lot like sieges. So that's what I'm used to, right? And so basically what we're looking at is it's primarily all PvP, right? Because you're talking about arena. So getting that PvP mentality for this for Clan Wars then, correct?
100%. That's what's going to be happening here. It's a little bit different. There's definitely some changes that go on in comparison, but in general, yeah, it's going to be building arena teams for this. Is kind of your focus here. It's all PvP stuff. One of the differences is you can only use any champion once.
Oh.
So one of the things to kind of keep in mind, you can't just build one team. you get up to 7 attacks. So really, you're going to want to have like 7 different teams, so 28 champions.
Oh wow!
That you're gonna want to build up and put together. Yeah, I mean, not every team's gonna be a winner, right? Like I mean, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel to do my last keys when I was doing this yesterday. But the point is that you need to build a fair amount of champions, which might sound daunting, but the more you play the game, you're gonna basically collect all the rares in this game, and the rares are very good, so you're not gonna have too much struggle actually building that many teams. Maybe building them well, but not building them in the first place. But yeah, your legendaries I think are actually really good for this, right? You have Gilroy, who does a lot of, CC kind of stuff, abnormal status things that are really gonna, affect the other team and interrupt them. Tristan is always a really hard hitter. He does speed down, which is a really strong debuff to land as well. Clarison puts defense down, which is really strong and can hit hard. And then Gillian, who's somebody I just got, actually, I'm really excited about. I haven't really fully explored her kit. But she does some healing. She does some attack gauge disruption. I think both of those are really important. And some CC stuff as well. So, I feel like there's some bonuses there. And she's actually really important to talk about because there's only a few champions that have auras that will work in this match. I think there's only one champion, like one of the new champions, that actually has a aura for Clan Wars itself. Otherwise, you have to rely on somebody that has an all battles aura. Gillian is one of those few champions that does. Morgan is another. So I feel like if you have those champions, you're probably going to want to structure a team utilizing that. So I think that actually brings up the point that the 2 primary teams you're going to want to do, very much like Raid, actually, is you're going to want a speed team, and you're probably going to want a tanky team. Okay. And in some vein, one of those 2 ways is the general way you're going to build. So when you have somebody that gives you a 20% HP boost, that's a pretty good start for a tanky team. Exactly. Yeah. So she's a really good one to have, I think. If nothing else, at least for that aura. That's something that nobody else is really going to give you.
I love this. Thank you. Because already some of them you mentioned, like you saw with Morgan. So my Morgan's already 50. Clearly, I've been working on her. Gilroy he's 40. Claudius, I was working for a while for 30. Gillian's 20. So already, I had already been starting to build some of these Legos, which is great. And those of you guys watching, hit us up in the comments down below. Especially if you're just starting out Clan Wars yourself. What Legos are you bringing in? Have you been fortunate enough to get some that have these kind of auras, like Deadwood's talking about, something that's going to be able to help us in all battles? I would love to know.
Yeah. I mean, look, this has only been around for a week or so. Yeah. So it's not like any of this. Everything's new right now. So if that's you guys know some information that we're missing or don't have, please share it, because I want to be better too at this game. We're just sharing some of the stuff that I've learned so far in the brief part of this part of the game. And one of the things I have learned is actually so many of these rare champions, they come from Raid and you go, rares are trash and no good. But actually in King Arthur, rares are very, very good. I'd say they're equivalent to the epics we have in Raid, and they're very strong. So you definitely want to build them out. And a lot of these are going to be really valuable because you have to make so many darn teams in this function, in this Clan Wars part of the game. And you have, I think, a really good start with a lot of these, right? Good. I mean, obviously, champions like Arthur and Kay, everybody gets. They hit really hard. They're definitely good champions to have. Champions like Sarah is sold. They're really strong healers. They're definitely going to be champions you're going to want to build up, right? Irregardless of Clan Wars, you're probably going to want to build them up, and they're going to be really helpful, especially for those tankier teams that you're going to be facing. But there's also some interesting champions in here, right? That maybe are more Clan Wars specific. One of the ones that I'm sure a lot of people have and is really, really good is Turin, right behind my head. Right
here. She was a free login, I think, right?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I didn't build her up for a long time because I just didn't realize how good she was. But she just adds so many buffs to your team, like increased accuracy, increased evasion, some stuff that can really make your team survive a lot longer. Not to mention the healing and stuff. So she's definitely somebody you're not going to want to sleep on. I'm not saying she's going to be a game changer, but if you have champions that really rely on accuracy or resistance to like maximize their skills, definitely somebody I would be looking at. I think Baldwin, I can't say his name for some reason. Baldwin.
Oh, he looks cool.
Yeah, he's kind of an interesting champion, right? I think if you're looking to build like one of those tankier, slower teams, go second type teams, Baldwin offers a lot to the table because his passives, both of them are really good. One cleanses of normal status, which is just like, those are so debilitating when you have those on your champions. And so he can cleanse those, which is fantastic. And then he also gives you not only a shield, but at the start of the battle, he gives you a abnormal status immunity. So if you are going second, this means that no matter what the enemy throws at you, you're going to at least be able to take your turns when you come up. That's a huge, I think that can be really, really nice. Not to mention the shield kind of keeping you alive. And then he also has a damage share. I think it's on that A3 with the increased defense ability. That's a really nice, powerful skill when you have some weaker champions that you need to keep alive. So that can be really, really valuable. So he's definitely somebody that I think is going to fit into a lot of teams.
Okay.
You're definitely going to see him around. And a lot like that, I think Urian's is going to be really, really good too. This is a guy, his main thing, right? He's got some solid passes, right? Whether we're talking about, increased defense or, recovering HP or, some, positive states on him. He also brings on his, I think it's his, was it A2 or A3, something, his A2, yeah. He gets counterattack and has a chance to give that to his allies, if I'm not mistaken. Which is, I think it depends a little bit on which element you're using, right? Like if you go to his Frost and on his A3, yes, on his Frost A3, you not only place his counterattack on himself or gets counterattack on himself, but can place that on your allies. So that's a great way where maybe you're a little bit more of a passive team, but you can do a lot more damage. If you can absorb it, you can then dish it out as well.
Nice, okay.
And I think, I just think that's a really cool kind of fun ability to try and combo. And I guess that's part of this game that I'm finding really interesting in the Clan Wars in general. It's like, oh, I get to build a cool arena team. I get to do some odd things here, And not only do you have so many teams you have to build for offense, but also you get to build two for defense. And so figuring out the best combination depending on the champions you have, I think is going to be a fun little gambit to look at. Like which way do I want to go with these things?
Okay. Yeah, because I see that makes sense, like you said, about trying different teams too, because we do have, like, obviously, like, we have clan missions here, then obviously we have the clan wars, like, there's a lot to do together, and I'm assuming that there's probably, like, clan bosses and things like that as well, so it sounds like it's going to be it's fun trying to, workshop and figure out, like, who synergizes really good together, who are, like, the best ones to bring in, who's got the best, like, leader abilities to bring in for 100%. This type of content here.
Yeah, I have to tell you, like, I'm so glad that you're creating clan, because clans is maybe one of the most important things in this game. Every time, I think it's fairly well known, especially if you play the game. Yeah. But if you have a full clan and everybody logs in every day, everybody gets a free pull for a legendary, right? Which is pretty awesome, right? I think it's every day, or at least it's pretty common, right? But yeah, you get that pretty much all the time. So it's a very consistent reward. The key is everybody has to stay active and stay logging in. Okay. But I'm really glad that you started this clan, like I said, because my clan is trash. Yes, we got in the clan wars, but it's trash. I don't care if they hear me or know about it. It's trash. So I'm definitely excited to leave my current clan and join the Fox Kingdom and be a part of the Fox Kingdom clan. So you guys should all join too.
And I will deputize. Deputize? Whatever. Yeah.
I don't know that I want responsibility, but I would definitely want to be there. I would definitely want to be a part of it. But yeah, having a group that's cohesive and like actually active makes a huge difference. Okay. And so there's the clan boss stuff, the clan raids. I've gone pretty far, but I'm pretty much the only person doing it. It's very frustrating. Okay, so it'd be great to have some people, advance things and actually challenge me to build stronger teams and to push my account a little bit further. it's been so much fun playing this game that you know, I'm actually excited to kind of get into that. So it'll be fun to be, you know, with some active people and, you know, have some things going on. That'll be great.
Yeah, that sounds fun. So guys, on that note, make sure you check out Deadwood's channel, because right after this video, we're going to head on over there. And like he said, he's already been experiencing Clan Wars, so we're actually going to get a chance to go see what that looks like, since clearly I can't do this here. And again, I do want to take a moment and thank King Arthur Legends Rise for sponsoring today's video. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Deadwood's channel, like this video, and yeah, drop us some comments down below. I'm excited to see that, you know, some of the champs that we did talk about, some of the heroes, I've already been building them, like, so it seems like I'm already getting a decent team together to be able to start this content. And I'd love to know where you guys are at currently as well in this.
Yeah, we touched on some of the champions, but there's so many in this game. I would really love to hear if you guys have any, you know, secret sauces out there. Please share it. Share it. We all want to know who are the ones that we're missing in here. So drop that down below, please.
Yes, please do. And so guys, we are going to go head on over to Deadwood's channel now. Thanks so much for watching. And Deadwood, thank you so much for joining me.
Of course. Thank you for having me on here. Always a pleasure.
Yes, this was great. This is so much fun. And yeah, so it looks like we'll be in a clan together. We'll see how that goes. So if you guys want to join along, I'm lonely. Come join me in the Fox Kingdom. Yes, see? Come hither. That's what Deadwood says. All right, guys, let's head on over to his channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Deadwood, thanks, and bye, guys.